A girl sat on my husband's lap and my husband decided it was best to play it off as a joke. +2 updates. I called Derek, my husband's friend, and asked him and his cousin, Sean, about the situation and what happened after I left. Sean's GF told Cindy that she was so disrespectful for doing that. Derek and his BF also said the same thing. To this, Cindy started crying, saying they didn't have to corner her and attack her over a silly joke, that she didn't know it would get so out of hand. She then left the room while crying. Jake didn't know what to say and everybody left early the next day. Derek also told that Cindy has always had issues with boundaries, and when he introduced his BF to everybody, Cindy would get too close and would joke that she was just checking if he was really gay. They were really uncomfortable with it as well, so Derek confronted her, to which Cindy rolled her eyes and said they can't take a joke and eventually stopped. This all sounds so bizarre. Ike, what's going on with Cindy? Sean's GF also texted me saying she was sorry for what happened. I told him how Sean's message was inappropriate, but she had no idea about the text, so I sent her a screenshot and asked her to tell Sean to not harass me again. She was very apologetic and said she would talk to him. Now my mother-in-law called and asked what was going on, as Jake didn't tell her, and we said we had an argument. I was a bit hesitant to tell but eventually told everything. She was furious at my husband. She said they will be coming to have a talk. So yeah, I am just waiting for them to arrive and really nervous. If what I did was right or wrong, but we will see. As for people saying my husband is having an affair, I know this is furthest from the truth. I never questioned his intentions, but what hurt me was the lack of respect from Cindy towards me. Update 2. So my mother-in-law came with my husband and well, the talk happened. There were a lot of things, but I will try to summarize. Basically, Jake apologized to me first and tried to explain his POV. He said that he was angry because, A, I left without saying anything for the whole night when he was literally trying to just diffuse the situation and try to laugh it off because it was so awkward he didn't know what else to do, but instead of communicating I just left him in that weird situation. He was meeting his friends after such a long time, and just wanted the dinner to be peaceful, and Cindy was going back anyways and we would most likely never meet her again. B, he acknowledged Cindy was indeed overstepping boundaries, but he didn't know how to bring it up since he has literally seen her growing up and she is like a little sister to him, also she acts like that with everyone. He thought that it was just for a few days and he wanted no drama during their stay, so he would just brush it off. He did acknowledge he was wrong about not saying anything. C, he was already really worried and sad because how I just left with no explanations. Even after I came, not once I asked how he felt. He was also very overwhelmed with everything and felt I was accusing him for not doing anything when he literally pushed her off as politely as possible when she tried to sit. He felt I was attacking his character and even gave the ultimatum, which made him so sad as he felt if I thought that less of him. It wasn't about Cindy, but about how easy it was for me to question his sincerity. He said after that dinner he was going to go extremely lose contact with her anyways. D, he apologized for not speaking up about the disrespect Cindy was showing towards me and for also leaving like that. Then after Jake said everything, my mother-in-law explained to Jake about the situation from her perspective. She scolded him a lot as well. In short, she told him that as a husband it was his responsibility to make me feel like I am his priority, and that he disappointed me the moment I had to come to him to ask for establishing boundaries. As a husband it was his duty, that I never would have to come to him about this in the first place. She also asked him how he would have felt, had it been a guy on my lap, and he had no answer to it. She told him how what I did was an eruption of suppressed feelings, and as a husband it was his duty to go A for me and never let me leave in the first place. There were a lot of things said by her and Jake seemed to realize and sincerely apologized for his actions. She told him if he ever pulled such stunt ever again, then to not expect her to take him in. Later, she took me for a walk. It was just the two of us, and there she explained some things to me as well. She said that she is sorry for everything, but told me that even at her house Jake was distraught. He didn't tell her because he most likely knew he was wrong too, but was overwhelmed about everything as well. She said she in no way excusing her son's behavior, but would hope that I would forgive him. She also said that in no circumstances I need to leave my house, as it was my house and my family. She said I shouldn't be afraid in speaking my mind if anything makes me uncomfortable, and to talk to her if Jake does something stupid again, she will set him straight. She hoped we work it out since she has seen our love for each other, and it would be sad to see us split up due to some disrespectful brat, her words. She said she cannot have a say in our issues, but suggested that we should get counseling to understand each other better. She even bought ice cream for me. I know it's a bit childish, but she said sweet things work as a charm when people are upset, and well, she was right. Well, it was awkward at night. Jake came to our room and we didn't know what to say. After a while we talked and both apologized to each other. However, I did tell that I was angry at him to tell everything to Sean and was deeply hurt by the text he sent me. He said he didn't know what I was talking about and I showed him the texts. He said he didn't tell Sean about our fight, and only told him that he was at Mom's place. He called Sean and well, it turns out Sean called Cindy and told her how she went too far at the party. Then Cindy made a huge sob story about how I was passive-aggressive with her the whole time, how I would always try to question her character, and act insecure and jealous. She even went on to say that I was always like that with her even when she was a kid, and that I never liked her and always tried to manipulate people into thinking I was an angel while she was a bleep. Well, that made him angry to think how I have been treating Cindy, and he sent those texts. Jake and I were baffled by such accusations, and he tried to explain Sean how it wasn't true, but then Jake just let it be and decided to go no contact with Cindy and extremely lose contact with Sean. Jake apologized again and we just cuddled and slept. Well, Cindy is out of our lives for good now, and we have decided to go counseling for better communication in future. Let's see how everything goes in future, but yeah, we are not getting divorced.